Hi everyone, it's Veronica. So quickly, the last video that I did with all the earrings, well, I said that I'd be right back so I can show them to you by putting them in my ears. Well, I forgot to send that clip to Chris so that he can upload it on the channel, but I'm going to leave it for you right now, and then right after that we're going to go ahead and do some more jewelry. And of course I got my new bargain bead box, and this is going to be good. So I think what we'll do is go and make some items from the new bargain bead box. I think that's going to be a good idea. All right, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to try these here, the lampwork beads. I was trying to think of what they were before. So I'm going to try these on first. Now with the lampwork beads, and these are probably about a 12 millimeter, so there's some weight, but even for little old me and my old ears, they can certainly handle them without dragging them down to my knees. So if you're a young person, see? If you're a young person, you can certainly wear these. Like I said, there's just a little bit of weight to them. And oh, look at how cute. Yep, they are so cute. And look at that little sparkle in there. And I bet in the sunshine, you'll get to sparkle some more. You'll get to see the sparkle more. So yeah, I think they're cute. They have a nice, elegant look to them as well. Yeah. So, all right, next. I just love the bargain bead box for August. I really do. I'm like, what do I do with them? Like, they're just, it's so pretty, and I'm like, the things that I want to do has to do it justice. It really was just that pretty, and so I think even though I got a little late, it's still going to take me extra time to get anything out of it, because I don't know, I just can't throw things together just for the sake of making a piece of jewelry, because I really don't want to end up taking it apart later. I want these to be set up so that they can be sold from the first time that I have, made them. So, wow, look, that is pretty. Can you see that? Oh, look at that. So pretty. Wow, and that shine that comes right out of there. Oh, I just love it. Just love it. I'm going to try a wee bit more. Wait a minute. There we go. So yeah, when the light hits it just right. Yes. Wow, how pretty is that? All right, next and final. So yeah, I definitely have to clean these, and one thing I do too, I'm not sure if I mentioned it to you, but I will, once I seal it and everything like that, I will stick it under a UV light, because what that'll do is take away any microbials and things like that. It's a great fungus killer and stuff like that. It's excellent. It kills so many different germs that maybe alcohol or something else may not get to. So yeah, so that is my process. If some of you have not seen my video on the gemstone jewelry YouTube channel, go over there. It's getting huge reviews. It's getting huge views. So we're almost up to 4,000 already, and that is just tremendous for that channel, because her channel is pretty new. So over at the Homestrung Jewelry YouTube channel, I go into detail into every step that I take for getting to seal and protect your metals that you buy, that we know tarnish within a few days, a week, and it gets a bad smell. So just, if you can go over there and watch that, give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff. If some of you haven't already, if you haven't, please go over there and watch that, and give that other channel some support. There's new channels coming out. We're all doing different things. We want to expand in the way the way we make jewelry, or give different ideas and stuff, and really try to expand our thinking on that. So that is what we're working towards. So, and the same thing with this channel too. And hopefully, I don't know if this is going to be called This Beaded Life by the time this video comes out, but that if it is, welcome to This Beaded Life. And yeah, so, but the one thing I did not mention on that video, because I just thought of it right now, and that is that I will also use my UV light to kill any microbials and things like that, especially like in humid weather. So before I would even pack them up and send them off to friends or whatever, that's what I would do. And I try to use gloves and things like that so that I don't transfer any other oils or any, you know, microbials that I may have picked up. So I want them completely free of all that stuff when it goes into the packaging. So there's some great ideas, you know, things like that for us now. Good things are happening to be successful and to have repeat customers. So definitely go over and take a look at that. All right, so anyway, enough of my talking. But yeah, you know, it's just a great thing. Oof, well, it might help if I put the other pair down, the other set. You know, just, I don't know. I see that, you know, great things are happening, and people who want to have their own business and things like that, we're not going to be stifled anymore. We're not going to be held back. I'm just telling you, great things are happening. Oh my goodness, I love these. Oh my goodness, wow. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. I must say so myself. But no, that, wow, just, you know, see the simplicity of, you know, doing something without having to have all kinds of, you know, this busyness going on. You could just have this amazing stuff. Oh my goodness, look at how pretty that is. And again, they don't quite hit, well, I got big shoulders anyway. I used to be built like a brick, you know what house. So I still got some of that left, but you know, anyway, so if you want to really make them shoulder dusters so they just, you know, swing on your shoulders, I think that would be great. But oh my goodness, these are so cute. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to wear these like a lot. We'll see. All right, well, I think that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to support this channel. We are moving, I guess, upward and onward, and we will not forget Wendy, of course, because this is what she has left for all of us. And so we're just springing into something new. We're making all things new, as our Heavenly Father promises that He would do, and He gives us that knowledge to go ahead and just listen to what He has to say and go from there. He does love you, and I hope that all of you can look to Him when you are in need, or you feel hopeless, troubled in any way, depressed in any way. There is nothing and no one else, and I mean nothing and no one else, no institution, nothing can help you the way He can. I promise you, I do. This is what He's done for me, and He will set you free from all of that bondage in any way, shape, or form that you are in. So everyone, I love you. God bless, and we will see you on the next video, God willing. Peace. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are back here now for the new project, and I appreciate that you guys have waited for that that last clip there. It just totally left my mind, and I forgot to send it to Chris, so I appreciate your patience. Anyway, we're going to do 2 projects today, and I'm going to be using the stuff from the previous bargain bead box. And this is going to be the strawberry quartz, in the, these are large chips here, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And I have the Hessonite garnet here. I'm gonna there is some of the gold bead caps that also came in there, the very tiny ones. I have 2 clamshells here. I have some crimp beads, jump rings, of course, and one of the very tiny, I think it's a 10 by 7 lobster claw, and these are stainless steel, so they're very, very nice. And I have the 15 by 9s is what I would use. In fact, I think that's the size we're going to use for the other bracelet, and I'll show you that in a second. So we're just going to start here. Okay, so let's just begin. And what I have here, if you can notice, if you can see, that this is actually what's called the tiger tail. I did get it at bargain, or the bead box bargains, and this is the magenta color. Okay, and I wanted to use that here instead of the regular tiger tail, because as you can see, when the beads are you know, when the chips are uneven, and especially if you take them off here, then they get flipped around and stuff, and so there's going to be space in between, and you'll end up seeing you know, what it's being strung on. So I wanted to keep the pink theme here, and this way it'll still look adorable, even though you may see the pink wire as opposed to the gray wire from just the plain tiger tail. And I have a little kitty crystal here. It's so pretty, and I just wanted to use that, something as a dangle. And yeah, so let's begin. So I'm going to have to cut this off. Let me get this cut off, and we'll start stringing. And you'll need, of course, your regular tools that we normally use for these projects. So I have here your wire straightener, because I also have a hot pink. I also have the hot pink for the dangle, and it doesn't matter. You can use silver, you can use gold, whatever you choose if you're going to put these together. I just think gold looks prettier with the garnet and the strawberry as opposed to silver. That's just my preference. Maybe you think silver findings go better. That's totally up to you. So of course we have our wire straightener. This is the 2-in-1. We have our round nose pliers. We have our wire cutters and a bent nose. And of course this is a 2-in-1, so we can use it as to open jump rings, cinch down wire, and of course crimping beads. Okay, so I'm going to cut these off, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back here, and instead of me putting on the clamp first, I really want to just hold this end so that when we start adding the beads, that if I mess up and I miss something, then I can, if I mess up over here and I don't realize it until I have everything over here, then I can at least take this off and work from this end. But if you want, you can just go ahead and add your clamshell at that end, and let's begin. So I want to start off with a bead cap. Let's see, so bead cap one way. So we're going to make sure we go through the back end, and then we're going to do like 3 chips. Let's see, are these stuck together? They are. Whoops. All right, so 3 chips. And then a bead cap going the other way, so it's just like the 3 chips will act as like it's a bead. Okay, just one big bead. And then I'm going to add a Hessonite garnet. Oh, I'm sure you can hear that. motorcycle in the neighborhood every once in a while. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add another one of these on, going through the back, if I can see it. All right, and then 3 chips. So basically that's going to be the pattern. And a bead cap. So I'll just do a couple more, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. And you want it, if you are going to do this design, just always know you're going to go to the length that is best for you. And in my case, this is probably, I want to get it to about 6.5 inches at this point, because of this class being so tiny. It's not really going to take up a whole lot of space and add an extra 1.5 inches or anything. In fact, so I want to have my length within my bracelet. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pick up another Hessonite garnet. So hard to see the holes. Another bead cap coming from the back. And 3 chips again. Just lovely, 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 lovely. I love these strawberry quartz. Just so pretty. Okay, bead cap, garnet. Okay. Oh boy. All right, and then we're going to close that off. Oops, backwards. Sorry. I had 2 on there, and then 2 of them were stuck together, and I had them on the wrong way anyway. So I'm going to take that off, and we're going to go through the back to start the next section 3. So if you can see, I think that is just really, really pretty with that gold in there. Okay, so I'm going to go to length, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm at length here, and so this reaches just almost at 6.5. So I'm hoping that when I do just add the clasp and the jump rings, it'll be fine around my wrist. But what's good about that is once I add the clamshell, then I should be okay. If I need to extend, then I just go ahead and make the change by adding another jump ring. Okay, so we can do that here and gently. So we're just going to go ahead and add our clamshell here. So we're going to put that on first. Okay, so these are the stainless steel ones that I have. We are going to take your tool and then get one of those crimping beads. Put that on there, and if you go to the end a little bit, just enough to stick inside that shell, and then squash. Okay. All right, then we're going to go ahead and bring up, oops, sorry, hit that camera again. I'm going to go ahead and close that. And these are the ones that have where there is the loop on each side of that clamshell. So I am going to try to use my tool to close. Make sure it is closed on all sides. Okay. Now we can go ahead and push this down to the end here, and then we're going to do the same here. Of course, as I always say, that the other side is always a little more challenging because you don't want huge gaps in here, but you also don't want it so tight where any of your crystals within your bracelet is going to crack and break. So let me move these out of the way. So we'll need the clamshell, we'll need a crimp bead. Okay. Oops. All right. So I'm going to keep it like this because then whatever slack goes in between this is only going to be noticeable when you straighten it back out, but because it gives it room to bring that bracelet back around. Okay, so when you crimp, try not to keep it pinned straight. Try to have a little curve to it so that your beads are able to go with the turn when you put it around your wrist. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on here, bring it all the way down. We're going to go ahead and add, oops. We're going to go ahead and add the crimp bead. I'm going to try to get it all the way down. Get it inside. Let's see if I can come in. Again, it's hard to see when you have the same color bead, crimp bead, as the clamshell you're trying to get in. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to have to just come at this angle and then squash. And now that at least it's on there, then I can do a little bit more to make sure that it's on. Okay, now I can snip this from here. Take your wire cutters. Oops, I don't want to use those. Those are the ones that are specifically meant for my copper wire. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut off. Okay. And that should do. So now I can go ahead and shut that. Sure it's aligned properly. Sometimes you just have to make little micro changes to make sure that it stays lined up. I gotta get that kind of sticking out right there. Don't want that. I'm going to have to align that again. Okay, now that should do. Sometimes if you find that it's sticking out at the bottom, you know, just kind of move it again. All right, let's see. All right, so we have that, and sorry, if I was out of frame for that, I was just adjusting it. So I apologize for that. It was just a matter of adjusting it and make sure it's closed. And it just, when it wiggles around you, that's when it becomes, you're like, you can get frustrated with that. But anyway, I will deal with that later. But it's on there. It's good for now. So we're going to go ahead and add our jump rings. And then we're going to make our little dangle. So I want to go ahead and open this. So if we open this and then put on the 6mm, which is where the clasp is going to go. Whoops. I want to strengthen that up a bit. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add that right on there. Oops, I think I have to open it a little bit more. Oh my goodness, it keeps falling off. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put that on there. Put it on one end. And then I'm going to go, whoop. Okay. So it should be closed. It's just so tiny, you end up grabbing onto something else. And then you hear that popping noise. All right, so now this side is going to be, I want to just see if I need to add more jump rings. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add 3 on this side. I think 3 or 2. I'm going to add 3 for now. If it's too big, then I'm certainly going to take it off. So what I want to do is open this, add a jump ring. Oh, wait, I'm going to add 2. Oop. Add the 2. Okay. Then we can add where's the opening? There it is. Okay. Add 1 to this on this side. Go ahead and give it a close. I gotta look from the top. I don't think that's closed properly. Nope. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take the one that's at the end there. I'm going to open that and put the clasp on. Alright, and now we can close that. I'm going to use this end. Alright, so I think I'm going to check. Yes, I should be able to clasp it. If I do it by myself, I have a certain way that I do it. So unless you have somebody that can help you put on your bracelets, which most of us do, when we want to put on a necklace or something. Okay, so for here, we're going to go ahead and create our little dangle. So here I want to make sure I'm going to use my little tweezer nose or 2-in-1 pliers there. Make sure that it's flat here, and be very careful because usually with colored ones like this, certain colors, they will just come off. So you want to be very careful and gentle. So I'm just going to create my own little head pin. So I'm just going to go to the very end and then, whoops, I don't want it that small. Just going to bring it around, and then you'll see that little loop, and then right in that first divot, you can gently, as you're trying to close, and bring it straight up. Okay, so it looks like that. All right, and then we're just going to bend it right over that and cut to the length that you would normally do if you I'm just making a simple loop because it is a 20 gauge. It should be sturdy enough. So from here, I'm gonna use my round nose pliers. And give it a close. Oops, I just want to come up a wee bit more. So we have our little loop. And I just want to make sure it's straight. All right. And then we'll just find a place on here to hook it. So I'm thinking probably on that first, on the first one here, because I'm wondering, I hope it won't get in the way. Maybe we should do it down here. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that's closed. That doesn't look quite closed. Okay, I'm missing a tool already. Okay, it's this one I'm looking for. All right, just want to make sure. I think what I'm going to do is just grab another 4mm jump ring. But I definitely want to make sure this is closed. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So open, put that on here, and then we can add it anywhere on here. So maybe, it's so hard to tell where I want to put it. Let's see if it'll fit in that hole. I doubt it. So I think that hole's too small. The same one on the clamshell, yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna go with what I originally decided, and that was on the first jump ring closest to the clamshell. And if I want that to dangle a little longer, I'll just take it off and add another jump ring. But I think, there we go. All right, so let me try that on, and then we'll go to the next one. Okay, here it is. And as you can see, I got my Labradorite. This was from a previous bargain bead box, I think last year. And so I really, really am starting to like the big chip beads from the, with gemstone. I just think it looks so nice when it's stacked like that. But look at how pretty. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. And there's the clasp with the little kitty. And this one is just with the toggle clasp. That's it. No dangles. Just want to keep that one simple. But look at the flash in that. Isn't that pretty? And I used my little saucer. It's like the saucer bicones. Really, really cute. Give it some sparkle. Just crystal clear. They're not AB or anything. So, yes, that is so cute. And I do like these clasps much better than the other ones. But even though that's small, I didn't have such a hard time. It didn't like hurt my fingers or anything to get it on. But yeah, so there it is. So let's get to the next one. I'll be right back. All right, so this round, basically it's the same thing. We're just going to use the shells. So I'm going to just try to get through it real quick. I just want to do a pattern, obviously, but I have two little dangles here. These are stainless steel little shells. Beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely. And they're, look at how tiny. I'm going to be using this 18 karat gold plated brass tube bail. That is where I'm going to put the dangles from on this one. We have the 8mm. These are the peach moonstone or mermaid beads, and I love this color. Like I said, I think I've mentioned it in my previous video, that the clear ones, or whatever, you know, the ones that don't have color on it, and these peach are my favorite, because you can see just that beautiful. It's subtle. You know, it's like they are pretty beads, but I have a hard time with when they're darker colors on the other half. If they're more subtle, then I'm great. And then of course we have here, these are the 5mm freshwater shell round beads. Okay, bargain bead box, everything here, except some of the some of the findings. And then we have the 4mm crystal faceted bicones here, and this is in the peach shimmer. So yeah, you can see just how shimmery they are. Really pretty. All right, so I have here, it's about 11 inches of the regular tiger's tail. And essentially we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing, is add. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that and make sure I'm not too far from the top. Okay, give that a good squash. Then I can add the clamshell. So this time I'm going to do it, I'm not going to clip the end with the clipper. I'm just going to go ahead and put on the clamshell. Okay, oh, here it is. All right. So again, just showing you a pattern here, and I'll do the rest off of camera. So I want to make sure these are on there. And that it's not going to stick out. All right, now we can just start putting on our beads, and I want to start with I'm not sure if I want to do these with the bead caps or these. I think I'm going to do these with the bead caps. So I want to start off with the freshwater pearl. Okay, and then I want to come over here and put on a bead cap. Wait a minute. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm designing on the fly right here, which is what I normally don't do. Okay. So, all right, let's see. All right, I'm going to try this. If this doesn't work out, I'll change the pattern, but I want to see what this looks like. Now, I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to then now put on a bead cap. So we're going to go from the back because it's going to cover one of the peach beads. Oh yeah, okay, I think I'm good with that. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. And then another bead cap for the other side of that. Yeah, I think that's cute, starting off that way. So at least the end here, and perhaps maybe every other one. All right, so I'm going to do this, and then a bead cap coming in from the back side, a moonstone or a mermaid bead, and then another bead cap to cover that. Oops. Let's see. Yeah. All right, and then so the next one that's going to be in between the beads is now going to be a bicone. So let's try that. So put the bicone, then a bead back, going through the back, and then I think that's going to be the pattern. So yeah, I think that's cute, just like that. So we'll start off with a natural shell bead, a bicone, and then do the pattern where you have one shell bead in between and a crystal, and then you just alternate. All right, let me do that a couple more times. So now we're going to put on the shell bead, a bead cap coming in from the back, moonstone or moon bead, and then to the crystal, and a bead cap coming in through the back, a moon bead, right, and then a bead cap. Let's see what that looks like. And I'm hoping that when I go to length that I'll be able to end it with that on the other end as well. So yeah, oh, look at that, so pretty. Oh, I just love shine. Oh my goodness, look at that. All right, so I'm gonna go to length and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went to length, but if you notice here on that side where I have the pearl and then that first, well, I have on this side the crystal and then the pearl. So if you were to actually put them together, it would be crystal, pearl, crystal, pearl. Yes, shell. Freshwater shell bead. So it would be like that. So this came to 6.5 inches. Now I know with this and adding on this little bail, this might be a little bit bigger than what I normally would wear, but I'm okay with that because I want to have these elements on there, and I didn't want to not have this section on because then it would have been too short, and I didn't want to have more jump rings than beads to extend it. So I'm going to go ahead and add this on. So of course that's going to add to the length. And now I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way because I just want to add my clamshell. Okay. And so these are going to be the danglies. We'll have that jump ring there. So I want a jump ring. I'm going to have that for the end. I'm going to have this and this for this end, but I first want to get this on here. So I want to get this clamshell through here, and I want to, actually before I put it on, I definitely want to open it a little more, just a little bit, because then at least I can get my crimper in there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up this here, bring it down, and let's see if I can get in there. You guys watched me agonizingly the last one. So I'm just going to try to quickly do it here without any issues. Alright, so I want to be able to close this. Again, I want to turn it so that there is the natural slack that's in there. And give it a close. And hopefully, well, I don't want to close it that much because I need to snip that. So I want to definitely alright, so let's see. Okay. So let's move these out of the way. Alright, so what I want to do is take these here. I think I'm going to use 2. So I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to put one through there, and I hope that hole's big enough because I want to add the other one. Oops. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to attach it to the other jump ring. Excuse me. Alright, so yeah, there won't be enough room for the both of those jump rings, so I'm going to attach it to the jump ring that I just added. So let's see, I want to make sure that the shell is going to face the same way. Alright, let's see. If I do that, okay, I think that'll be good right there. Yeah, because it's not a double-sided little shell. You can see that it's different on both sides. Oh! Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I gotta get another jump ring because I lost one. I'll have to grab some more for the clasp. Alright, so let's put that on here again. And oh, well, at least I got it on there that time. Okay. So yeah, just a little, isn't that cute? Look, that is so cute. Alright, let's get the clasp on. Okay, let's see. This one, this is going to go on that side, and I need 2. So yes, I do have to grab another one. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. They're just really flying today. I'll take an extra one out in case I lose it. Another one. Yeah, that's not cool. So, if I can find the opening now. Alright, let's try that. Add on this. Actually, I'm going to add this on here. I'm going to do this one first and then alright, now I can open that up. I think that's the opening. Yes. These are very good jump rings. It's so hard to see. Do I want the, I'm going to put it on this end. I'll have the loop on that end. All right. Now I can go ahead and close that. Now, turn that around. All right, now I'm going to just add this straight to the clamshell. Yeah, I think that might be better that way. And it's closed. All right, so, whew, got through that. But, yeah, the pains of, just the little pains of doing jewelry, it's still, the rewards in the end is quite amazing. So, look at that. So this is what it's going to look like, but I want to make sure it fits the way I like. So let's see what that total is on this one. Oops, I always do this backwards. Okay, so from put that there. Ooh, wow, it's almost an 8-inch. It's, oh boy, yeah, it's like 7 7/8, almost 8 inches. That's definitely not the size I normally wear, but because these are 8mm beads, this might actually take up space on my wrist and function as something more of a almost a 7.5-inch one. So even though it's still a little bit bigger than I normally would, I think it'll be okay. We'll see. Let me just see. Yeah. Yeah, this one definitely hangs down. I mean, I do like them down here, and because they are 8mm beads, it definitely is acting more of a bracelet that I like that goes down there. Now this one is probably the smallest, so if I'm going to wear them, I'd probably wear them in this order, because this one's smaller. It hangs more here, not down here. These here, see, now this is 7-inch, 7.5, but because this is an 8mm, it's definitely taking up space. So yeah, so there you go. I think that is so cute, and there's your little clamshells. Really pretty. All right, everyone, so thank you so much again, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, and that'll definitely get my video recommended. And thank you for subscribing, and I hope to see you soon on another video. And I have lots more that I'm going to be working with. I'm waiting for my material to come in to do really, really sparkly resin work that I'd like to create earrings and things with. That is not dull at all. So keep an eye out for that, and I hope to see you soon. And God bless everyone. Peace and happy beading. Bye-bye.